All right, you guys. TTV Network, like, share, and subscribe. Salute to everybody tapping on in. So, Karmelo Anthony, and not the basketball player, but Karmelo Anthony has been granted bond of $250,000, and he has now been released. He is free right now, and a lot of people are upset about this, and we're gonna talk about this right now. So, according to reports, it says Texas suspect Karmelo Anthony released on $250,000 on bond after lower to $250,000 now. According to reports, it says that Karmelo Anthony, the 17-year-old accused of fatally hitting another student at a high school track meet in Frisco earlier this month, was released from jail Monday after his bond was significantly lowered. Anthony was released from Collin County Jail at about 4:20 p.m. and put on house arrest with an ankle monitor. After an hour-long hearing at the county courthouse in McKinney on Monday morning, State District Judge Angela Tucker lowered Anthony's bond from $1 million to $250,000. Anthony had been in custody on a charge since April 2nd when he was arrested and accused of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at the District 11 5A track meet at Frisco's David Kikindle Stadium. Anthony has told the police he was acting in self-defense. While under house arrest, Tucker said Anthony will only be permitted to leave home with her permission, namely trips to his attorney's office and meetings in court, and will need to be with an adult at all times. He is also not to contact the Metcalf family, including on social media. Factors considered in court today included Anthony's age, lack of a criminal history, and ties to the community, including several family members, close friends, and a football coach, and a manager from one of his part-time jobs who showed up to the hearing. On the Metcalf family side of the courtroom, which is also full, Megan Metcalf, Austin's mother, bowed her head and cried as the decision came down. Greg Willis, the Collin County District Attorney, told reporters after the hearing that his office is focused on next steps, reviewing Frisco's police investigation and presenting a case to a grand jury, which will determine whether Anthony will be indicted and face trial. This is what we're concerned about as prosecutors, is justice, truth, and accountability. So we will go where the facts lead us, Willis said. Willis said he considers the case to be a terrible tragedy, not only for Frisco, but for Collin County community as a whole. It is the most unnatural thing for a parent to lose their child. He said it is permanent, it's profound, it's certainly premature. The Anthony family has had a different kind of loss, but nonetheless, a loss nonetheless. Mike Howard, Anthony's defense attorney, said he felt the judge's decision was fair. Howard asked during the hearing for Anthony's bond to be lowered to $150,000. It's not supposed to be an instrument of oppression. Howard said it's not supposed to keep people in jail. It's not supposed to punish. It's supposed to ensure that a person shows up to court, complies with all the conditions, and it's supposed to keep the community safe. Howard declined to delve into the specifics of the case, but said there are two sides to every story and that after a full investigation, he's confident the truth will come out. Every Texan has a right to defend themselves when they reasonably fear for their life, he said. Packed hearing. It says the hearing today, a little less than 2 weeks after the fatal was packed. About 10 minutes before the hearing was expected to start, guards turned away a woman who identified herself as the mother of a friend to the victim, saying all of the public seating available inside the courtroom was taken. Andrew Anthony, Karmelo's father, was the only witness called to testify. He said his son was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but that the family moved to North Texas a few years ago for a better life and better opportunities. Andrew said his son, a senior at Frisco Sentinel High School, has worked his way to becoming a captain of both the football and track teams, holds 2 part-time jobs, and is an A student who's making plans to go to college. He added that his son is also a great big brother to 3 younger siblings. After Karmelo was arrested, Andrew said he had to take an indefinite leave of absence from his job as a finance manager at a car dealership. He explained he is the sole provider for his household, with his wife being a stay-at-home mom. As of Monday morning, an online fundraiser for Karmelo has surpassed $415,000. When asked by Collin County's first assistant district attorney, Bill Wiersky, why the money wasn't already being used to get Karmelo out of jail, Andrew said the money from the site could not immediately be accessed. Howard later clarified the funds will also be needed for Anthony's long-term defense, including paying for experts, a team of investigators, and other manpower. It would be disingenuous to say there isn't money, Howard told the judge in his closing statement, but it's not a bond fund. The family needs to be able to survive. Whiskey argued that $1 million was not unreasonable on his face, calling the unaliving a brutal, I don't know why we're here. He said of the hearing, the crime has devastated our community. Our community needs confidence in its court system. After hearing from both sides, Tucker promised her decision based on the law and the Constitution, not on the court of public opinion, repeatedly stating that the case had spurred unprecedented safety and security concerns for everyone involved. Karmelo, who attended the hearing in a yellow jumpsuit with his wrist handcuffed in front of him, did not appear to visibly react when Tucker announced the bond reduction and firmly walked him through the conditions of his release. You can be over there in a box, or you can be at home. Do you understand me? Tucker asked. Yes, ma'am, Karmelo said. According to an arrest warrant affidavit, Karmelo was waiting out on a weather delay under a tent designated for Frisco Memorial High School students, where Metcalf attended school. When Metcalf told him to move, Anthony allegedly reached inside his bag and said, "Touch me and see what happens." The affidavit said Metcalf then touched him, to which Karmelo replied, "Punch me and see what happens." According to the report, Metcalf grabbed Karmelo and again told him to move. When Karmelo pulled out a knife, Metcalf once in the chest and ran away. Karmelo later told responding officers he was defending himself, explaining, "He put his hands on me. I told him not to," while crying hysterically. According to the affidavit. The affidavit said Karmelo also asked if Metcalf was going to be okay. Metcalf, who passed in his twin brother's arms, was pronounced at a hospital less than an hour after this. In a written statement released last week, Karmelo's family said they are sincerely saddened that a life was lost and asked the public not to rush to judgment for all the facts and evidence are presented. This will certainly be a long road ahead, a statement reads, and during this challenging time, we ask for prayers for both families, and we ask for your patience and respect for the legal process as we seek the truth. Jeff Metcalf, Austin's father, previously told the Dallas Morning News he feels for the family of the alleged assailant because his life is over. His family will be devastated also. Jeff described his son to not only be an all-district linebacker and Memorial football's team's MVP, but a member of the National Honor Society with a 4.0 GPA. He dreamed of playing college ball. This is going to be his year, Jeff said. Listen, man, I'm going to tell y'all like this, man, right? First of all, sad situation that this went down. You know, you regret this type of stuff happens. Man, bro, it's just a devastating situation that this type of things happen. You know, the young fella said he was defending himself, and I think we should see, you know, what the evidence says. I don't think people should rush to judgment, especially because this kid don't have no criminal history. He don't have a criminal history. He don't have a history of bullying people, beating people up. I haven't seen anybody come out here saying he has a criminal history, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, there's been other pictures that have surfaced, you know, of the, well, listen, I'm just going to say it like this. Let's let the court do its process and see what happens. But, you know, it's devastating that a life was lost in this situation, man. My condolences go to the family, you know. And as far as Karmelo's concerned, if Karmelo was in self-defense, you know, everybody has a right to defend themselves, in my opinion. And so we'll see what it says in court. But, you know, Karmelo doesn't have a background of violence or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, he doesn't have a criminal history, none of this stuff. So we'll have to see, man. You know, you guys let me know what y'all think. You know, we don't know what type of situation this was, so I don't want people to rush to judgment on this situation. Y'all let me know what y'all feel.